All right, good morning, traders. Today is March 8th, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 512.15. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. Yesterday, SMH, SPY, XLF, that's the financials. IYT, that's the transports. And QQQ, that's a NASDAQ. All made new all-time highs. Nice going. IWM printed a new 2-year high. FNGU made a higher high and a higher low while closing over the trap and over the flat 17 EMA. Diamond Dow in a downtrend made a higher high and a higher low, but closed inside a bearish trap and over the flat 17 EMA. Silver and gold in rocket uptrends made higher highs and higher lows while closing above bullish traps and the rising 17 EMA. Gold, made another new all-time high yesterday. USO in an uptrend printed a lower high and a lower low while closing above the bullish trap and over a rising 17 EMA, still in an uptrend. UNG is looks like it's going to be consolidating. Okay, so it's in an uptrend because it made higher high last time, hasn't broken that higher low yet, but it's headed back down there toward it. Close below the bullish trap and below the flat 17 EMA. US dollar index, after consolidating at the 3 daily moving averages, the 50, the 100, and the 200, around the 104 level, has made a breakdown move to the 102.70 area. US dollar index is now in a downtrend. We like that. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. First chart, here's SPY. See if that's today's. Yeah, that's today's candle. Okay, let me just make sure I got the right ones. That's yesterday's candle. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, making a new all-time high right there. Okay, closing over the trap, over the trend, over the 17 EMA. All right, let's go look at our 2-day MMRP. All right, so here I'm going to get my tools out and take that out. Get my arrows. Okay, this is our igniting candle, the pause candle, the check of support candle, price advancement candle 1, price advancement candle 2, price advancement candle 3. We are working on price advancement candle 4. I usually only count on 3. Doesn't mean 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 can't happen. Okay, for these to continue, need a higher high and a higher low on the next candle, and then the candle after that needs to make a higher high and a higher low. All right, we'll see what happens. We are at the 200% Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, right now, if you take that pullback that we experienced earlier and you put your Fibonacci retracement, you could see where the projections would bring us out to the 200% mark. I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see that. We're on the 2-day chart. Okay, so here, price advancement, pause, check the support, check the resistance for support, price advancement candle 1, 2, and 3. So you can see price advancement candle 3 really delivered yesterday, okay, making the higher high. That's what we were asking of it, make the higher high. Now, we're already up here. If they're going to do a higher high, I would think today would be the day. So if they're going to print a fourth one, it may just happen today. We'll see what happens. I don't see any big signs that it's going to happen in the pre-market, but it may just happen. Okay, so it would happen probably in the morning here sometime before 12:30 or 2:30. So we'll see what happens. Excuse me. Need more coffee. All right. So now we'll take that off. We're going to zoom out. Take that off. We're going to zoom out. And you can see this is where I did my Fibonacci retracement. And right there. So from here, from this high down to this low, the Fibonacci 200% line brings us right into right about there. So we're at the 200% line for the Fibonacci retracement, and that was this retracement from August back to November or late October, right there on the two-day candles right there. So you can see we're at the 200% line right now. All right, let's go take a look at QQQ. And we'll pull up the daily chart. QQQ did not make new all-time highs, right? No, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, right? High, 446.72. Sometimes I forget what I wrote. High, 446.58. Yep, new all-time high for QQQ yesterday. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Nice work on QQQ. All right, FNGU, okay. Higher low, higher high, closing. We had a bearish trap, closed out the bearish trap, created the cross. Higher low, higher high, closed over the trap and over kind of a flat 17 EMA there. You can see we got a consolidation going up here. We got to move up, and then let's pair that back, and then a move over to the right. So kind of consolidating here. So that's good news. Like to see the bullish consolidation. All right, so there's FNGU, not making new all-time highs, making a lower high here, okay, and a lower low. So it's in a downtrend. All right, in order to fight off that downtrend, it has to take out this high right there. This high rate. Right here. Got to take out that high to fight off that downtrend. Otherwise, we're still in a downtrend. So we'll see what happens this morning. So there's the daily chart on FNGU. Started the downtrend. All right. But trying to fight it off. You can see we got the bullish cross right there on the daily chart. Okay. Let's go take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow yesterday printed higher low, higher high, closing over. Diamond Dow also in a downtrend, lower high, lower low. Diamond Dow closed inside the bearish trap. All right, so closed over a higher high, higher low, closed over the 17 EMA, but inside the bearish trap right there. So see how Diamond Dow does today. IWM. Here's IWM, okay. Got a higher high and a higher low. And IWM prints a new 2-year high right there. You look over to the left, you can see it kind of lines up with this 2022 price action right there. So new 2-year high for IWM, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. So that's a Russell 2000 right there. So, all right, so we just did IWM, Diamond Dow, FNGU, QQQ. Did we do QQQ? Let's go take a look at it one more time just to make sure. And QQQ, yes, QQQ printed a new all-time high right there yesterday. All right, so now let's take a look at our technicals and T2122. All right, we can see T2122 was up in the overbought zone for a couple 10-minute candles up there, but we fell down into the buy zone. The nice thing is we held this area up here in the buy zone. So nice work on T2122. Those are all the stocks in the NYSE, T2123. And we'll look at the 15-minute. 15-minute started out green, ended green, just green all day. Kind of a pop up and consolidate over to the right. Maybe we get the same thing again today. Another pop up and consolidate over to the right. We'll see what happens. T2123 3-bar chart. As you can see right here, here's price action, creating more space between our 17 EMA and the price action. See right here, pop up, consolidate over to the right. Doing all the right stuff there on T2123. Let's take a look at FNGU, see what that's looking like. For yesterday's price action, started out of the gate green and ended the day with, I thought it had one red candle. Nope. Ended the day green. So just a rocket ship up over the waffling 200 here. So we got the waffle going on there. So there's FNGU coming up and over that flat 200, that waffling 200 up there, and closing the day up here. That's very bullish. So that's looking good. Okay. We need FNGU to break out of this level right here. Right. Get the line right over there. That's where we need FNGU to break out of. Nice thing is in the pre-market, you can see they're already up there attacking that area. Like to see that. We do have a higher low here. Created the higher high. Got a little higher low in the post market from yesterday, and we got a higher high in the pre-market this morning. All right, so we'd like to continue this pattern. Again, this doesn't really count. It does count, but it just, we need to trade through it. Like to see it happen in the open market because we got a whole lot more volume, and volumes speak louder than what we're seeing here. This is just little retail traders trading back and forth. Okay, so that's FNGU. Now, excuse me. Let's go take a look at the IYT. Let's see what we got here for. Don't want that one. That one will work. Okay, so let's take a look at IYT, transports. So here's transports yesterday on the daily chart. Transports putting in new all-time high there, right there, 71.88. Higher low, higher high closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Nice work there. SMH, same thing going on here. Higher low, higher high closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. No signs of stopping there on SMH. That's good news for the SPY this morning. We might be headed for 520. I don't know if we can get a short squeeze going. We'll see what happens. So SMH printing a new all-time high. IYT printing a new all-time high. XLF, look at that. Another 2-year high on, is that a 2-year high or an all-time high? Let's take a look. New 2-year high on XLF right there yesterday. So we got a new 2-year high on XLF, new 2-year high on Russell 2000. That's the IWM. So everything's getting all new highs recently here. But you can see XLF just barely closing above the bullish trap with a higher low, higher high for the candle for today, for the yesterday, and price action closed above a rising 17 EMA. Nice work on XLF. All right, let's go take a look at the economic calendar. And let's take a look at visit at XLK, because all right, if we look back here, all right, and you want to see who flinched first in which sector, all right, here's the daily chart. Okay, notice XLK initiated the first move up on the 27th. Okay, so technology really led us out of this consolidation through here. Just a FYI, who flinched first? XLK did, right there on the 27th. If you go back and look at the other sectors, you'll see they didn't get started till the 30th. I think it was a day later. So XLK initiated this move out. So technology, again, as always, has led us out of that, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, that consolidation we had there. I'm not going to call it a depression or a recession. I didn't really think it was one, uh, but there it is. XLK led us out of there. XLK, yesterday's price action, not making new all-time highs, but higher low, higher high, closing above the bullish trap and over the rising 17 EMA. All right, so let's take a look at our dollar index. Okay, so here's the dollar. So uh, dollar's in a downtrend. U.S. dollar index got a lower high here, and we made a lower low. So we got a high from here, comes back, makes a higher low, supposing none of this happened. All right, and now you've got the lower high made here, and now we've got the lower low. So in a downtrend right now. Now we just came into this tail candle here, so we'll see how it reacts. We're at so far for the last 8 to 12 hours, it's been nothing but a doji candle, kind of stuck here, little pause, hesitation. So we'll see if we can keep this going to the downside. That would really help the markets out with a weak dollar, because weak dollar makes our goods and services less expensive to foreign countries when they convert their currency to ours. So there you go, U.S. dollar index. All right, in a downtrend now. All right, so let's take a look at our economic calendar. Nothing going on today. Employment situation at 8:30. Other than that, Mr. Powell's done speaking on the Hill. Really light day for today. We do have options expiration Friday. That's it for really. That's it. Just options expiration. So speaking of options, let's go see what Max Payne has in store for us. So Max Payne for today is the 8th. It's going to be 509. That's a long way down. I don't think we're going to get to Max Payne. We might. I don't think so. We got to put the call ratio, 2.5 puts to every call. I think there might be a short squeeze. We'll see what happens. And a nice short squeeze could take us up to 520 in the SPY. We'll see what happens there. 2-to-1, 2.5-to-1 put the call ratio. Might be a short squeeze. We'll see what happens. All right, so Max Payne is 509. I really doubt we're going there. It's a possibility, but we have more puts than calls. They might short squeeze it. So we'll see what happens with Max Payne. All right, for the earnings calendar, nothing really notable happening today. Okay, the big one was last night. It was Broadcom. Honestly, they didn't seem to budge off of where they were. Costco, they reported last night, and Marvell. So we'll go take a look at those to see where they're at, and we'll look at them on the 30-minute chart, see what they're doing. Broadcom, ABGO. Okay, you can see this is where they closed. It's where they opened yesterday. This is where they closed yesterday, and after the news, really nothing's really changed. Nothing. We did spike down here, hit some support, but we recovered all of that. So I'm going to say nothing good, but nothing bad either. AVGO. Costco. Costco had a little breakdown, but I mean, what did they clean out? Maybe 4 days of upward movement. It's not like they. We'll see what happens today. So they lost 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and they're caught on top. So they lost 4 days. So they lost 1 week worth of price building. Other than that, that's it. All right. So it's not bad news. It's not great, but I mean, it's not terrible. All right, AVGO still consolidating over to the right. That's actually good. Okay, and Marvell. Marvell is right where it started yesterday. So morning before the earnings. Nothing terrible going on so far. So nothing good, but nothing terribly bad. You're losing a 1 day of price action, and they're right on top of this consolidation here. So I don't see anything really negative out there. So uh, things looking good so far. So we might get a short squeeze on the puts this morning. So we'll see what happens with that. Take this back and go back and look at. Okay, we just did the economic calendar. We just did the dollar. We did here. Earnings calendar. Let's just go see what's in store for us on the 11th. All right. Oracle's going to report on Monday, 308 billion after the close. Tuesday, nothing really notable. Wednesday, you get two Lennars, adds up to about I don't know, looks like 86 billion right there. So two of the Lennars are going to report 86 billion there, and they're going to report after the close on Wednesday. So nothing really happening as far as earnings go next week. The beginning of next week, we'll take a look at the rest of the week when we come back on Monday. All right, so that's it. So I'll see the rest of you in video land out there at 4 p.m. We'll make another video. And everybody here in the BYOB trading room, if you got some questions, put them in there. I'll answer them. All right. Until then, I'm just going to go render my video if we don't have any questions.